You've built a great podcast. The content's solid, the audience is growing, but the money, still not where it should be. That's where the Odyssey Creator Lab comes in. We host your podcast for free, so you can keep doing your thing, while our experienced sales team does their thing, finding advertisers and bringing in revenue. No fees, no stress, just real monetization. Apply now at creators.odyssey.com and let us show you the money.
Israel, the Kazarian legacy, and the possibility of hidden power. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you I will curse. And through you all the peoples of the earth will be blessed. Genesis 12 verse 3. Throughout history, there have been efforts, both spiritual and political, to disguise evil under the mantle of what is holy. One of the more persistent theories addressing this deception is what some have called the Kazarian Mafia, or shadow government of Israel. The premise is not that Israel itself, God's covenant nation, is corrupt, but rather that a distinct group of impostors may be operating under its name to advance global control. To address this carefully, it's essential to separate the people of Israel, whom Scripture commands us to bless, from the worldly powers that masquerade as Israel's representatives. The origins of the Khazars. Historically, the Khazar Empire flourished between the 7th and 10th centuries CE in the region between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea. The Khazar elite adopted Judaism around the 8th century, creating one of the few known converts-to-power kingdoms in world history. After the Khazar kingdom fell, due to pressure from the Kievan Rus and surrounding steppe tribes, some descendants integrated into Jewish communities of Eastern Europe. Over time, distinctions between native Hebrew lineage and Khazarian converts blurred. The Kazarian network theory. The modern Kazarian Mafia narrative suggests that remnants of this ruling elite evolved into covert power structures involved in finance, intelligence, and politics, extending their influence into Europe and eventually the West. They allegedly used banking, debt, and media manipulation as instruments of control. Whether or not this interpretation is fully accurate, what is undeniable is that global politics often involve hidden alignments, private networks, and international interest groups that manipulate nations for profit, sometimes using Israel's sacred name to justify ungodly objectives. The central mistake people make is assuming that such corruption is Israel itself. No, the nation of Israel, reassembled in 1948 by divine appointment, remains a miracle, a living prophecy. Yet, as with any government, Israel's political apparatus can be infiltrated by individuals who serve other masters. That doesn't invalidate the covenant or the prophetic reality. It highlights the constant spiritual warfare surrounding God's chosen nation. The dual reality. There are two Israels in play. The biblical Israel, the spiritual inheritance of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Chosen, eternal, and holy. The political Israel power apparatus, susceptible to the same corruption as any earthly institution. The term Kazarian Mafia may point less to an ethnic group and more to an occult system of power, one that hides behind religious labels, national identities, and financial networks alike. These networks leverage the authority of the sacred to pursue profane objectives: global control, economic enslavement through debt, and ultimately, a one-world system hostile to divine law. But none of this should cause anyone to curse or despise Israel. Quite the opposite, we bless Israel precisely because she is under siege by such hidden powers. Spiritual discernment. This isn't about vilifying Jews or Israelis. It's about calling out the counterfeit, those who say they are Jews and are not, as Book of Revelation 2:9 describes. It's the difference between the remnant faithful and the shadow structures pretending to speak for them. Discernment means understanding that the enemy often wears holy garments. He masquerades as light while working to undermine truth. The modern entanglement of banking cartels, warfare economies, and propaganda networks often traces back to people operating in the name of Zion, while in truth, serving Mammon rather than God. Why we must still bless Israel. Supporting Israel isn't a contradiction to questioning corruption. It's the fulfillment of obedience. God's covenant stands. The spiritual Israel, God's chosen, will triumph. The carnal structures using her name deceitfully will not. Those who truly love Israel must pray for her cleansing and protection, not her destruction. For the genuine Israel is the instrument of blessing to all nations, even when wicked elements attempt to hijack her image. Conclusion. The Kazarian concept may contain fragments of truth about long-standing power networks, but it must never become a weapon against the Jewish people or the nation of Israel. To bless Israel is not to ignore corruption. It is to side with God's eternal plan while resisting the counterfeit that hides beneath her banner. His ways are higher than ours, and his covenant with Israel remains unbroken. The true battle is not between Jew and Gentile, or Israel and the nations, but between light and shadow, truth and deception, the authentic and the counterfeit.
You've built a great podcast. The content's solid, the audience is growing, but the money, still not where it should be. That's where the Odyssey Creator Lab comes in. We host your podcast for free, so you can keep doing your thing, while our experienced sales team does their thing, finding advertisers and bringing in revenue. No fees, no stress, just real monetization. Apply now at creators.odyssey.com and let us show you the money.